So 3, 2, 1, mic check. All good? Yeah, all good. Hi everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I decided to do a different video because something has happened today and I would like to share it because if you're a trader, perhaps you would like to take advantage of this. There is absolutely nothing in me for it. It's just something that landed on my desk this morning and I was shocked, but in the same time I was pleasantly surprised because I was like, there's no other prop firm that did this for me before ever. So I'm not promoting them. I want to say that I have no affiliation with them whatsoever. I have just purchased a couple of challenges in the past year. I'm not sure exactly how many, but perhaps quite a bit, over 10 maybe accounts. So this morning at around 11 a.m. my local time, I have received this message here. It was 13 hours ago, and right now it's what? It's 11:17 or 23:17, so it was around 10 a.m. in the morning. Your hub credits are ready to use. You have received $165 credits unlocked. I am not sure exactly what this means. As I said, I have absolutely no affiliation with these guys. I was trying to explain to myself, how come did they give like something like a lottery and I won without knowing? I was trying to remember whether I registered or subscribed for anything, but I don't think I did. I'm not used to get benefits like this, discounts of this kind, like $165 credit. So as much as I was trying to explain, I was like, I'm not sure exactly what's happening. Maybe they are running a promotional campaign. Maybe they are rewarding existing users, or maybe they are just issuing some credits based on the account activity. Because as I said, I had a couple of challenges bought in the past year with them. Either way, I saw that I received this money and what I've done, this credits, and what I've done, I literally went on new order and I was like, okay, what am I going to buy now? I went first and I checked futures because this was my first options. But when I went on futures, what I realized is that, okay, they are offering Black Arrow 1. So I was not ready to trade to go and learn another platform. I just didn't want to do this. I'm already dealing with MetaTrader, TradingView, a bit of Tradovate, and I want to learn NinjaTrader for futures. So I looked a bit also at their plans, and they are having different types of evaluations. They have the swing one and they have the day trade one. All in all, I wasn't so much interested to get into this because mainly of the Black Arrow one and perhaps some of the conditions that they had here with the swing evaluation, which I was in for. But yeah, so I went to CFDs and I said, okay, let me see what I can get for 165 hub credits, the equivalent of $165. Let me see what I can get here. And I just started to browse through this. And all of a sudden, I saw this 100K summer plan. And I just clicked on it out of curiosity. I was like, what is this? And I clicked on it. And I was like, $149. Hang on a minute. Something is wrong. So I clicked again. I refreshed. I changed to 50K. I changed to normal 100K. And the price was changing. But when I come here, I said, okay, let me go further. So I selected this. 1 second. I think let's go back and show details. And I started to read through it. And I'm like, what's happening here? We have a profit target in the first phase of 10%, which is the same as per normal high stakes challenge. You have a profit target of 5% into the second phase. You have an initial balance of 100K. You have a max loss, absolute loss of 10K. Absolutely the same thing as per the normal 100K challenge. So nothing changed up to here. I got here and I was like, okay, this is the first change, notable change that I have to look at. On the normal account, high stakes, you have a maximum daily loss of 5%. Here is 3%. And I looked at myself and I said, guess what? I think this is actually helping me because I tend a lot of times to trade until my maximum daily loss is hit, especially when I go on tilt. And I'm sure I'm not the only one. I'm sure that this has happened to many of us who are traders. So I said, okay, wait, this actually is a rule that perhaps it's considered a downside, But for me, actually, this plays as an upside, like it's an advantage to have it. So I said, no problem. Time limit, unlimited, leverage 1 in 100, consistency rule, unfunded, you have 50%, which means that if you, from the withdrawal cap that you have, because you can take a maximum of $2,000 profit, which we will get into in a second, you cannot make more than 1,000 in one go. I'm like, I don't think I want to risk so much to make so much. Maybe I want to risk 3, 4, 500 per trade and make 1,000. That would be a great deal. So no problem for me with the consistency rule and the withdrawal target 250. This is not a big thing. It can be achieved easily. Now, with regards with the withdrawal cap, what this means is that you can withdraw bi-weekly payouts if you are on profit on your account. So for example, if you have a 100K account and you made 2K profit, you can withdraw it all under the following condition. You have made no more than 1,000 in one day. If you made more than 1,000 in one day, then you will have to trade. For example, if you made 1,200, then that is 60% from the 2,000. So you will have to make another 1,200 minimum in another day in order to be able to cash out the payout. I think you guys understand how consistency rule works. But I was looking at this and I said, $2,000, this is not a limit. If you take $2,000, okay, you get 80% out of this, yeah, in the funded phase, because that's the profit split, most likely. If you get 80% in the funded phase, that's 1,600. If you make that money every 2 weeks, that's a great source of income. If you actually can make it that far and you're a good trader and you're disciplined and you are staying on track, that's a great source of income. So I didn't see any downside into this. I was like, how come these guys can put out this type of challenge for this price? And I never, maybe you guys experienced it and you saw it before, if you traded with 5ers long time before. Maybe I'm new to it, although I've been trading with them for about 1.5 years, 2 years. But yeah, I clicked here also classic. You have the classic option as well, where the profit target for the first phase changes from 10 to 8. But I realized, I was like, I don't really have at the moment funds. Let's try to limit. I wanted to limit myself in the hub credits that they gave me, 165. So I just decided to buy the one that I was having allowance for. And I'm actually having 16 points left, or $16 left. But looking at this challenge, what I wanted to share with you all is that I don't think you can find on the market at the moment a better offer by far than this. Like this is the best probably 100K that you can get. Not even futures, who are having end of the day trailing drawdown, where your drawdown tracks you at the end of the day. Not even futures. I don't think you can get a 100K account for $149. And here you have an absolute drawdown. So your drawdown is 10K from the initial balance, right? Max loss 10K. It's calculated from the initial balance, right? Initial balance 100K, right? Max loss 10K. So let's go. Let's do this. Let's do this because I don't want to misinform. Let's do this together. Let's go to the FAQs. Do they have FAQs here? We should be able, more FAQs. Let's go here. Let's go into the FAQs and see if we can get to, where is it? Summer plan. Let's go into the summer plan. Look, we have actually here one-step plan rules. I was not interested in this. Why? Because you have a maximum loss of 6% from the initial balance. So I'm going to go back and let's go to summer plan. Summer plan, two-step rules. So it says here, new 149, phase 1 profit target 10%, phase 2 5%, maximum loss 10% of your initial balance. So your initial balance, it's 100K, 10% out of that, it means 10K. So if you go from 100K to 103K and afterwards you go back to 98K, you are still having 90,000 as your maximum threshold, maximum loss threshold. So it's not tracking you. This is amazing. Like, it's not putting pressure on you. I thought that there must be something tricky with it when I saw the price, but it isn't, because I read through this. So daily loss is 3% of the previous day's closing balance, which again, I think for people who are a bit struggling with uh, knowing when to stop trading, I think this is actually an upside. This is not a downside. And it says there's no consistency rule during the evaluation phases for the two-step plan. So it means that during the evaluation, you can risk 2.5% and go for a 1 in 4 risk to reward, hit your 10% profit target in one day. Does the consistency rule apply to the two-step plan? Yes, but only on the funded account. So once you pass phase 1 and 2 and receive your 100K funded, you have a 50% consistency requirement that will apply to your trading, right? Additionally, look here what they say. Milestone bonuses, completing step 1 and 2, each unlocks hub credits that you can use for future internal purchases. Like, you are paying for a 100K challenge $149. And after that, if you happen to pass phase 1 and phase 2, you are getting actually credits back, which you can use for further purchases. This is insane. It's insane value. It's so, so good. Payout limits. You need a minimum P&L of $250 in profit to request a withdrawal. The payout cap is the payout is capped as $2,000 per payout cycle. Let us all make $2,000 every 2 weeks, and afterwards we worry about the fact that, oh, they are capping us at 2,000. You are asking me, I live in Central Europe, if somebody would tell me that, okay, I allow you not to withdraw more than $2,000, okay, 80% of that, that's 1,600 every 2 weeks, I would say thank you, and I will take it and go with it. So I think this is an amazing value. I'm not sure exactly how they do it. It seems to me a bit of, it's the best challenge out in the market. Let me see here how is consistency calculated, because actually it says very clearly. Look, if you earn a thousand in profits, one trade cannot exceed more than 500 of those profits to be eligible for payouts. Right? Consistency is calculated. One trade cannot consist 50% of your overall profits. It's very simple, depending on what your profit target is. If you have profit target like they have 2,000, you cannot make not profit target payout cap. Sorry. If you have a payout cap of 2,000, then you should not make more than 1,000 per trade. That's it. Let's go back. Let me go back to see if there's anything else. Summer plan. Wow, what a challenge. What is the summer plan and what are my PTONs? The summer plan is a limited opportunity to get funded to 100K account starting from as low as this. You can choose between two distinct paths. One-step plan, which is $249, or a two-step plan, a traditional two-phase evaluation. I would recommend, if you, for me at least, I just wanted to make use of the points that I received. I got this one. I find an amazing value in it. Let's have a look if there's anything important saying what is the summer plan and what are my options. Options, not. This is what they were trying to say. How is the consistency? How does the daily limit loss is calculated? This is calculated. So for both step 1 and 2 plans, the daily loss is 3%. It is calculated at the end of each trading day based on 3% of your account's end of the day equity. So, or balance, whichever of the two is higher. So that's why it's best with 5ers to not hold open positions overnight unless you're having a swing trade. It's good for you to know exactly what balance you had. So for example, if you go from 100K to 101K, then your next of the day balance, allowed maximum loss, is going to be 3% out of 1,100. And that's $3,030. So what you do, you subtract $3,030 out of 1,100K, and that leaves you with, that's going to be the maximum value that you can go down to. It's yeah, I hope I'm not missing anything. Like, I'm doing this live with you. I only read this once just to be able to present it properly. But I was like, I'm still amazed. I'm reading through it and I'm like, how can they sell this? This is better than any other product that is out there. Like even people who trade futures, they can look at it and they can say, I can buy a 100K challenge that has an absolute drawdown, not a drawdown that is tracking me every day, and I can pay for it $149. Yeah, this is what I wanted to share with you. Again, just to make it clear, I have absolutely no affiliation with these guys. I feel blessed to have received these points in the morning because I actually happened to blow my futures evaluation this morning. I only had $70 drawdown left after last Friday. So yeah, it was very welcome this morning. Actually, it put me in better spirits, I would say, but I ended up having the same bias, carrying the bias in the Nasdaq, and yeah, I'm down 3% for the day, which is not great, but I will try to come back in the next days. Anyways, I will take it. This is a great evaluation. I just wanted to do a review. I think is the best product out there. If you have any questions or anything that crosses your mind, let me know. Let me know what you think about this. Like, is this real? Like, if you trade it with 5ers, I think what I wanted to say is not whether if it's real, because it is real. If you trade it with 5ers many years before, like before this, can you tell me if this summer plan is a reoccurrent event? Like if they do this every summer? I don't know. Or maybe they do it because they are turning 10 years. I've seen somewhere that they are turning 5ers 10 years. It says here at the top, 5ers 10 years. I was just trying to look for reasons. But yeah, either way, that's it from me. I hope this helped you in any way. If you like the video, consider dropping a comment, a like, or subscribe to the channel. I will try to do more reviews like this. When I come across something that is a great deal, I will try to share it with you guys as well and do like a breakdown and a comment through it. And yeah, that's it from me. I will catch you in the next one. Thanks.